Whether it's learning about earnings estimates, exploring the Zacks rank, or adding to your financial toolkit, get the education and resources to help you become a more successful investor here on Investing the Zacks Way. You know, most everyone watching this feature regularly is probably familiar with our Zacks rank stock rating system. Boy, I tried to say that one 3 times fast. But maybe not everyone knows that we also have a way to find the best industries to invest in, which incorporate the Zacks rank. And that's why Steve Reitmeister, our editor-at-large, is back to explain how the Zacks industry rank indicator benefits investors investing in different stocks from those industries. Yeah. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. This is the classic top-down investing style, which is the belief that if you focus on the economy and what industries have the best earnings outlook in that economy and try and focus on those industries and stay away from the ones and the worst. Mm-hmm. So you start drilling down from the economy to earnings to the best industries, and once you're taking a look at those best industries, to find the best stocks in those industries. And that's exactly what the Zacks industry rank will help folks do. Because studies show that over half of a stock's move is really related to the group. You know, it's the company you keep, okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so it's true that a great-looking stock in a bad industry will underperform. But even a bad stock in a good industry will do well because the rest of its peers are doing well. Mm-hmm. The best outcome is picking the best industry and the best stock in that industry. And that's what we're going to do.
All right, well, that makes sense. So share with us, if you would, some insight as to how exactly this industry rank works and how it helps people find the best industries.
Sure. The first thing we do is we have to break down each of the stocks and put them into different industry categories. So we have a very granular system of doing that where we've created 217 different industry categories. Mm-hmm. So given that we have 4,400 stocks that have a Zacks rank, that means we have about 20 stocks in each industry. Okay, so that's how we get them into the different categories. Now, how do we rank the industries? Well, let's say there's about 20 stocks in a given industry. If we add up all the Zacks ranks for the stocks that are in there, mm-hmm. and we divide by 20, we're going to come up with an average Zacks rank for the stocks that are in there. Now, why is that valuable? Here again, if you believe in the power of earnings estimates, as hopefully we've proven here over the years that right. it's pretty powerful stuff, yep. that the industries with the highest average Zacks rank have the most positive earnings estimate revisions, have the best earnings outlook, and are going to be the industries that attract the most investor attention. Okay, right. So that's why we believe the industry rank is a very powerful way of drilling down and finding those right industries. The thing is, with 217 different industries, and a lot of people, they think, well, I got to be in the top industry, got to be in the top 5 or top 10 industries, and really, it's a little broader than that. So what I put together here is this table to really think of it, your classic, traffic light here, a little green, yellow, red kind of scenario. If you're in the top third of all the industries, if you're, say, in industries 1 through 70, you're going to be in good shape. Those are going to be favorably looked at by the investment community, and you're going to be just fine. Obviously, the closer to number 1, the better, but even if you're in 50s and 60s, you're going to be just fine. Mm-hmm. Now, yellow is caution, from a traffic signal, and it's not saying don't go, it's just saying tread lightly. Okay, you may want to question whether you want to be in those stocks, but there's nothing terribly wrong with it. Now, moving down to the end, industry 140 through 217, yeah, I'd pretty much avoid stocks in there. And yes, that's true even if it's got a Zacks rank of 1. Even if the stock has a Zacks rank of 1. If it's in a bad industry, here again is what I'm trying to establish. A good stock in a bad industry will most likely languish because the rest of its peers are not helping to bring attention to the group.
Totally makes sense. Where then can investors go on Zacks.com to find this information?
Right. A lot of people already have the Zacks Rank homepage bookmarked on their browsers, and so it's right there for people who like to come in and get right to the Zacks rank. But also, if you're coming to the Zacks.com homepage, I've circled the section down here. So about halfway down the page, we have this industry review section, which has all of our resources to do this drill down kind of analysis. Mm-hmm. And at the bottom of that section is a link to get to the Zacks industry rank. So if we click on that, let's show people what they get. So here we're taking a look at the top industries. You have tools to sort through and find all the different industries.
Right.
So I've circled here schools. And here again, thinking about that top-down analysis, schools, as in adult education, are doing very well right now because people are losing their jobs, need to find additional skills, and getting adult education is a great way to get there. So let's follow this thing from the left column to the right and show you what you'll find on this page. So the first thing we'll see is that this is the number 4 ranked industry at 217. That's phenomenal. The next column shows the change week over week. This one didn't have much of a change, but here again, that's pretty good. Holding the number 4 spot, no shame in that. But certainly, if you see an industry that is showing great improvements in the ranks, that's a very powerful thing because that means that it's a fresh idea, that there's a lot of positive earnings revisions, and that the investor community is now waking up to, oh, what is going on in that industry, and more money will flow to it. So that's a very important column to take a look at. You'll see that next to the word schools, it's in parentheses, is the number of stocks that are within that industry group. As we keep going to the columns on the right, the average Zacks rank for this group is 2.11, which is excellent. Here again, with the average being about 3 for different industries. This is an excellent score. Last week it was 217, so it was a slight improvement over last week. And then the next 3 columns are talking about the rate of positive estimate revisions for the industry. The more revisions that you're seeing, the more positive revisions you're seeing, the fresher the information from the brokerage field that things are going well, the fresher the information is getting into the hands of institutional investors, and that you still have plenty of time to act on that information to profit. So let's drill down one more notch. Okay, so we're concentrating on the schools here, and let's click on that schools link. And now you're seeing the rank in industry. As we talked about, there's about 18 stocks in this group, and you'll see here it's listed in order of the Zacks rank. Now, there's, let's see, about 5 stocks that have a Zacks rank of 1. Within that, they're listed alphabetically. So Apollo Group is not necessarily better than the ones below it. It's just that within the, if everything's got a Zacks rank of 1, the only thing we have to go on after that is alphabetically. So I've highlighted here Career Education Corporation as an interesting stock. It has a Zacks rank of 1. And actually, we're going to talk a little bit more about this one later. So this is a way of finding the best stocks in the industry. Okay.
And I saw that there were some industries that only had a few stocks within them. So, in fact, some industries may only have 1 stock.
Yeah, that's true.
Does that affect the way the value of the industry rank is interpreted?
Yeah. It doesn't change the way in which the industries are calculated. If an industry has 1 stock and that's a Zacks rank of 1, that's the highest rating there could be, and it will have an industry rank of 1. However, the way I would take a look at that is that I would kind of question that. Well, only one stock in there. That's not good enough for me. But because the industry rank is so granular, like for example in the foods category or in medicine, there is a number of different medical fields or food fields or computer fields. Find out where the rest of those are. So let's focus on the medicine. Perhaps this is medical equipment, okay? And there's only 1 stock in there. Let's take a look how the nursing homes are doing. Let's see how pharmaceuticals are doing. Let's see how HMOs are doing, right? And if we take a look, and the rest of the industry groups are mostly in that top 70, I would consider that to be very good, okay? Mm-hmm. So take a look what the other related industries are doing. They should have more stocks in there. As long as those are positive, then you can apply that positive nature to that industry that only has 1 stock.
All right, and what can someone do to check out the Zacks industry rank for maybe their own individual stocks?
Right, and so what we showed here was how to drill down from industry into the stocks. But right, you just want to go check out what's the industry rank for a stock you own. You would put in the ticker symbol for that stock. We're just going to follow the story of Career Education here because I highlighted on the other page, and no, I do not own that stock, but I got to tell you, okay. I'm thinking about it. I'm strongly thinking about this one. So I grabbed this chart this morning. So here's the quote page on Zacks.com. I've highlighted on the page here the Zacks Premium Research section. And most people are used to going there and finding the Zacks rank for the stock, which they'll see as a 1. If you just go down a couple notches from there, you'll see that the Zacks industry rank is 4 out of 217. So for all the stocks that you're going to buy, I highly recommend that people take a look at this take a look at this box, not just the Zacks rank anymore. If you think about it, there's 3 key elements in here, and you want them all lined up in your favor. Is the Zacks recommendation, which is the long-term recommendation, is that a buy? If yes, move forward, okay? Is the Zacks rank, which is more of a short-term timeliness indicator, is that a 1 or a 2? Is that in the buy category? And if the answer is yes, yes, move on, okay? And now let's check the industry rank. Is this stock in the top 70, right, that top third of all industries? If yes, then it's like you have all these things in your favor. Now, granted, people have invested in the Zacks rank and not looked at other things for a long time, and they've done just well. But wouldn't you want more things in your corner, more odds in your favor that you're looking at a great stock? So is it long-term recommendation in your favor? Is the short-term timeliness in your favor? And is the industry in your favor? Look at this box before selecting every stock, and this is going to be your ticket to finding better and a higher winning percentage with your stocks.
And I know that the industry rank is a premium feature on our website. Yes. Are there parts of it that are free? Yeah. Everything I mentioned today is really part of the Zacks Premium service, which is kind of our service to really have people sink their teeth into the Zacks rank, equity research, industry rank. And anybody who has a service that's a higher level than Zacks Premium gets that service for free. But we do have one thing I think would be valuable, folks, that is free. Every week, Charles Rupplut writes a commentary called the Industry Rank Analysis. Mm-hmm. I've highlighted here on the page. And here he's taking a look at the industry rank. He's taking a look for big movers, the companies or industries that are really emerging, what's hot, what's not. And he'll highlight some of those industries that are in favor and some of the stocks that are on there. So it's a great way to start to appreciate what is going on with the industry landscape. But if you really want to have continual access, getting a free trial of Zacks Premium and trying out this feature would make a lot of sense. All right. There you have a more detailed view of the Zacks industry rank and the analysis that accompanies it each week on Zacks.com. Another important tool for you to consider when you're learning how to invest the Zacks way. With Steve Reitmeister, I'm Terry Ruffalo.